Hello, my name is Oeun. In today's video, I'm going to teach you another adjective clause. My latest video was about who plus noun as object of verb or verb preposition. When who plus noun as the object of verb or verb preposition, we can write in two ways. One formal and the other informal way or pattern. In a formal way or pattern, we can write prepositions plus who plus noun plus subject plus verb. It is called formal ways. But informal way we can write who plus noun plus subject plus verb plus preposition. We refer to verb preposition that we use in our adjective clause. So remember that when we use it of a formal ways, preposition is placed in front of who plus noun as the object of verb preposition. So it is really formal. In today's video, I'm going to teach you relative pronoun as object of preposition, but it is in defining relative clauses only. Look at the board with me. Adjective clauses or relative clauses. 1. Relative pronoun as object of preposition in defining relative clauses. In order to underline this one, we have to take a look at two simple sentences, because two simple sentences can make one complex sentence. That complex sentence is the adjective clause in our lesson. Look at the two simple sentences. That is the student, I always talk to him. The student and him the same person. That's why we can write adjective clause like this. But him is object of to. To is preposition. So we can write adjective clause like this. That is the student whom I always talk to. Whom is relative pronoun. So from whom to is adjective clause. Modify the student. The question is, what is the function of whom? Whom replaces him, and him is object of preposition too. That's why whom also object of preposition too. It is object. We can write without using whom as a relative pronoun in the adjective clause. We also use who. Yeah. From who to. It is adjective clause too. Modify the student. To come at the end of the sentence or at the end of the clause. Who function as object too. Whom is object. Who also is object. One more. We can use that a relative pronoun, as I said earlier, that it is defining relative clauses. We don't care about any comma. It is no comma like this. We use that too. There is the student that. So that also object of preposition too. It is adjective clause from that. For people, we can use when it is object, not only object of preposition, but it is object of verb also like that. But in our lesson here, refer to object of preposition. So whom is the object of preposition. We can write whom for people. We can write who as object for people, and also we can use that relative pronoun in the clause. However, you have to think that in a grammatical rule, when a relative pronoun function as an object, either verb or preposition, we can omit that relative pronoun. So we can write in another way. No need to use whom, who, that. But it is free. Free is the symbol indicate that relative pronoun is deleted. So from I to is adjective clause. So you can see to come at the end of each clause. Not only for sentence, but we can write one more sentence. That is the student to whom I. So you can see the first, second, the third, and the fourth preposition come at the end of each clause or each sentence. That's why in order to write it in a formal way, we have to place preposition in front of relative pronoun. So we can have this adjective clause as well. Modify the student. For people, we can write 5 sentences of adjective clause when relative pronoun function as object, either verb or preposition. One, we can use whom, who, that, or free without who, whom, that, because the who, whom, or that is omitted. And one more is preposition is placed in front of relative pronoun. But for people, when preposition is placed in front of relative pronoun like this, only whom is used in this position. The question is, of these 5 sentences, which one is the most formal, or which one is the best answer? The answer is very easy. The last one is the best answer, is the most formal. You know why? Grammatical rule, we have to place preposition in front of relative pronoun. It is a formal way. Okay, so for people, look at the example for thing. No one read the book. He quoted from the book. Book and book, 2 simple sentences. And then we can write adjective clause. No one read the book which he quoted from. From is preposition, so which replaces the book. The book is object of from. That's why which here also of object. From which to from is adjective clause modify the book. We can write one more. No need to use which as relative pronoun, but we can use that too as a relative pronouns as well. The same thing is object of preposition from. Like peoples as well, relative pronoun used for peoples as well. In relative clauses, that relative pronoun function as object. In defining relative clauses, we can omit each relative pronoun like this. So no need to use relative pronoun, is still adjective clause. Okay, modify the book. Fourth thing, we can write these 3, one with which, the other with that, one more without which or that at all, when preposition come at the end of each sentence or a clause. But in order to make it more formal, we have to place preposition in front of relative pronoun. So we can have another adjective clause by placing a preposition in front of each relative pronoun. So fourth thing, we can write 4 sentences. One with which, when relative pronoun function as the object of preposition. Number 2, we use with that. 3, we no need to use which or that at all. It can be deleted from the sentence, that it's still adjective clause. And one more, we can place a preposition in front of each relative pronoun to make it more formal. So the question is, of these 4 sentences, which one is the best answer, or which one is the most formal way? Well, the answer is the last one here. When you can see preposition come before each relative pronoun in a sentence, it is formal ways. Okay. According to the example, we can make it formula. The first is that we have formal pattern or formal way. Bear in mind that when verb with preposition like that, in a formal pattern or formal way, you have to place preposition in front of relative pronoun. But when preposition come before a relative pronoun, for people we use only whom, for things we use only which, and plus subject plus verb. But when you want to write it in an informal way or informal pattern, we can put relative pronoun like this. For people we use whom, who, that, or we. For things we can use which, that, or we, plus subject plus verb plus preposition. So this time mean preposition come at the end of each sentence or each clause. Again, in order to use relative pronoun as object or preposition in defining relative clauses, we can combine 2 simple sentences in 5 ways for people. One is that we use whom, we use who, we use that. No need to use who, whom, that when preposition come at the end of each sentence or each clause. And the most formal way is you have to place preposition in front of relative pronoun. It is the most formal. Fourth thing, we can write 4 sentences when relative pronoun as object of preposition. One we use with, number 2 we use with that, and that preposition come at the end of each sentence or each clause. And then you can omit its relative pronoun. And the best way or the more formal way is that you can place a preposition in front of each relative pronoun, and we have formula like this. Formal pattern preposition plus whom for people, which for thing only two relative pronoun are used in this formal pattern or formal way, plus subject plus verb, blah blah blah. In informal pattern or informal way, you can write whom, who, which, that, or we. We here is the sign indicate that relative pronoun is omitted. Yeah, plus subject plus verb plus preposition. So the first preposition come before relative pronoun, and the second one informal pattern or informal way. You can use preposition at the end of each sentence or each clause. Relative pronoun as the object of preposition in non-defining relative clauses. Alright, you just known about relative pronoun as the object of preposition in defining relative clauses. And now look at non-defining relative clauses. For example, Mayor John lost the election. I voted for Mayor John. Yep. These two simple sentences can be combined into one complex sentence. Mayor John and Mayor John. That's why we can write Mayor John, who I voted for, lost the election. Here, adjective clause, whose as the object of preposition for, because Mayor John, the first here, is the object of preposition for. That's why this is adjective clause. Modify Mayor John. Or you can write another way is that Mayor John whom. Yeah, you can write like this, adjective clause as well. Yeah, but preposition at the end of each clause. And one more, you can put preposition in front of relative pronoun like this. Mayor John for whom I voted. Yeah, it is adjective clause. Adjective clause. So, of these three sentences, for whom here is the best answer. It is more formal for whom. When you can write preposition at the end of each clause, it is not formal at all. But when you put preposition in front of relative pronoun, it is really formal. So for a person, we can use preposition with whom. It's really formal. And number two, the position of the office manager had already been filled. He applied for the position of the office manager. You can write adjective clause like this, the position of office manager which he applied for. Had already been adjective clause. Modify the position of the office manager. One more, you can write like this, the position of office manager for which, because the first one for at the end of each clause, and the second one you can put for in front of the relative pronoun like this. It's still relative clauses. Yeah, modify the position of officer had already been filled. Well, if it is a defining relative clause, we can write in many ways. But when it is non-defining relative clause for people, we can write three sentences. One who, number two is whom, number three is preposition before whom for people. The question is, can we omit whom or who like this in non-defining relative clause? The answer is no. In non-defining relative clause, you cannot delete whom or who when it is object. How about thing? Thing we can write two sentences. One, only which, and number two, preposition before relative pronoun. For a person, when you use preposition before relative pronoun, we use only whom. For thing, when preposition before it, we use only which are relative pronoun. Then we can reach our formula. Formal pattern, we can write preposition plus whom for people, plus which for thing, plus subject plus verb. But verb here, verb preposition. Or informal pattern, we can write who, whom, or which, plus subject plus verb preposition. So preposition come at the end of each clause. Well, does it make sense, everyone? If you do not understand any point here, please write your question. I'll try my best to reply to all of your questions. We come to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching my video, but don't forget to watch it every day. See you later. Bye bye.